up here, Moose.
We got to bring 3 shirts out. I gotta do some more stuff.
Test these, 1, 2, test. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the members of Engine 17, Ladder 11, we welcome you to our quarters. We are here to congratulate Moose Ellerson on his retirement and to wish him well. In a couple minutes, there will be a more formal presentation, but here at 17 and 11, George Conroy started this a long time ago where we do an unofficial award ceremony based on like a fireman, like something maybe that he's done or a habit he has or something about his personality.
What do you have a lot yet?
We got a lot. But before I get to that, let me just say this. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I've had the honor to work with this man for 17 years, and he's a true gentleman. To me, one of the originals of Ladder 11. Great truckman, which I'm sure you'll hear about in a little bit. Great family man. Who's always talked about his wife, his kids, what they had going on. Also, he was always very interested in what you had going on. One thing I remember, he would always be like, how's your mother, how's your father, how's your brother? And he did that with all of us, and he meant it, okay? The other thing I always admire about the guy, Moose had this great talent for like pleasing all masters, captains, chiefs, fellow firefighters, other executive board members. He knew how to carry himself, and he taught you how to carry yourself. And the one thing I liked about him also is that I'd say it's a little pet peeve. If we went on a call, and like, to be honest, let's say like he thought like it wasn't handled so well, or maybe the captain or fireman like did something silly, maybe talked down to somebody, he'd be like, you know, those people pay us salaries. You know, those people pay us salaries. You always drill it into your head how everyone out there pays our salaries, and you know, that seems to be going by the wayside. So we need to bring that attitude back a little bit. Having said that, unless you worked close with Moose, there were basically 3 things at 1711 that Moose is known for that you may or may not know, all right? Number 1, I noticed this habit after about 3 years on the job. I got the bid at Ladder 11, and on Sundays, we all noticed that Moose had this habit of cutting out all the coupons out of Sunday papers. And we all know how thick those Sunday papers are, right? Like Sean Berger would bring in the Asbury Park Press, and Agano, the, you know, Bergen Records, someone else, the Star Ledger, and he up to his eyeballs in newspapers, and he'd have them like all over the bed, and all over the floor. And he'd have his glasses, and his this, and he'd be cut away, and he'd enter the contest, and win like, you know, 20 cents off his next meal at Kelly's, or a Sham Wow. He was going to enter the contest, but he'd win shit. So anyway, having said that, they say old habits die hard. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give you a round of applause, please, to the 2014 winner of the Edward Scissorhands Award, Moose Ellerson. And maybe you could finish some ribbon cutting ceremonies in South Jersey, roll your time off now. Number 2, and I gotta give him credit for this one. If you go to Carmine's Deli, Moose is responsible for a special called the Moosey Special. And what that is basically getting the most food that we could possibly get for the cheapest possible price. Because this is what happened. We go to Carmine's all the time, and for whatever reason, Carmine would only charge Moose $6. I don't know how this happened, but he's saying 5, but it was 6. Anyway, so like we go there, and then it would get to Moose, and Carmine would have like the tray, the spoon, and Moose would be like, come on, get a little chicken cutlet, you know, some pasta. Carmine would like, put it in. Come on, put a couple meatballs in there. Carmine would be like, come on, is that eggplant? Come on, put a couple sausages in there. So Moose would have the same amount of food that comes in those like big trays, like there, and his little truck, right? And like we'd be walking out with all the sandwiches, and Moose would be walking out like it was all the football, like his old Snyder High days, going through the crowd. Having said that, some of you may know, Carmine is pretty active in the community. He has decided to sponsor a bowl game next year between Moose's alma mater, Snyder High, and their rival, Lincoln, and he's calling it the Moose Ellerson All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Bowl. And it's only $6 to get in, and Moose has agreed to do the coin toss only because he thinks she gets to keep the coin. And number 3, and some of you may know what's coming, you may have heard that years ago, Moose worked for a small, little startup construction company, and the name of that company was? Everyone knows, Sanzari. Moose would come in with all these Sanzari stories. And so he always told those little Sanzari stories, and he used to, for years and years, have this bullshit reason why he made the first relief. He always go, God, here's the first relief, got this big barrier job. Right? All right, Moose, you gotta go. Year 1, got this big barrier job, get the first relief. Year 6, got this big barrier job. Year 12, gotta go, got this big barrier job. Always going ahead to leave early, right? So we think it was all BS for his reason to leave early, but having said that, we are giving Moose the honorary Sanzari Man of the Year Award, all right? Based on, which comes with the Sanzari vest and a fake Sanzari helmet. But wait a minute, there is no way that hat fit in that head. So, having said that, we worked out you something, Moose. It's not OSHA approved, it's not safe, but at least it'll friggin' fit. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sanzari Man of the Year Award. There will be more formal presentation now. Good job, Jack. Good job. She turned back into if you were. I got it. My hat's off too. That was beautiful. Isn't that nice? I'll just take a moment of your time. As you know, this is a very happy, very fun, great day for most of the family, but it's a little selfish. It's also a little bit sad day. Because I think everyone in this room would agree they will lose him without any doubt. What is best? This is the type of guy, when I would get from the middle, and he would walk down the street with a look. He walked down the street with that saw, and he knew things were going to get done. The roof was going to be open, the ceiling was going to be full, and there was no doubt when Moose was climbing the aerial ladder, right, the engine was going to be able to push it. Personally, I think I can speak for everybody in the room and say, this from me to you, this is my honor to work with you, it's my pleasure. This is sincerely, I, as well as everybody here is going to miss you. We have a couple plaques and a little trophy. But I got a little story. I inherited Lateral 11 when I took a sabbatical at Fire Protection. I came back in the line, and this is the crew I got. And as a captain and stuff, you're only good as your crew. So I remember we had a call on MLK, so fire report. Moose was driving. Pretty heavy smoke condition. We were parking a lot of the phone. And I looked at Moose and I said, do you think that lateral reach? No, I did 90% of my career on the truck, so we were not captain. He goes, look, he's going around, we missed by about 10 feet. I never touched Moose again. And that just goes to show you, trust your senior man. He's going to be very well missed. A lot of experience going out the door. He's got some big shoes to fill. Size 12, to be exact. And with that, I'd like to get the trophy out there, Sean. It's the firefighter Glenn Moose Ellerson in recognition and appreciation of your years of dedicated service to the Jersey City Fire Department. Good luck and good health in your retirement from your brothers at Ensign 17 Lateral 11 Group B. Moose Ellerson. I need reading glasses. Appointed April 11th, 1988. Retired July 1st, 2014. In recognition of 26 years of dedicated service in the Jersey City Fire Department. Good luck and good health in your retirement from the members of Engine 17, Lat 11, Group Me. Congratulations, Moose Ellerson.
Thank everybody for coming out. Paul, thanks for everything. You did a great job. Captain Yannick, Captain Pilger, and Chief Terpak's been great over the years with his guidance and his leadership. He's done great for the fire officers and for the firefighters for sticking up for their rights. And I've been with Chief Drennan for years, one of the better chiefs around, and I appreciate all his guidance over the years. So I'd like to thank my wife, my brother, and my family, and stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you for everything.
So we're going to get more time to get these Christmas cards.
Can you hear? Good. All right. I actually had to make some notes this morning because I couldn't come to a place without, saying something, especially about Moose. So don't mind. I'm not the speaker like the chief, so I got to go to my little sheet here. Now, just so to let Moose know what he has to look forward to, these notes are written on the back of my colonoscopy report. Oh, very good. All right. So he doesn't have that to look forward to. But it was also paid with by my Medicare card, which I just started. So these are all things that he has in the future. So, well, as Chief Terpak said, leaving here, it is a celebration. But I know, firsthand how difficult it is. Because you certainly are leaving more than a job. You really are leaving a family. And he knows that, and I know how it feels inside. Nobody goes out of here really happy. There's a core, there's a big part of your life that you've spent here, and it's over. There's no doubt when it's over, it's over. You can drop back, but you're really not part of that team anymore. So it's a real separation. So it's a tough time, but I know he goes to a wonderful family, and that's one of the great things I always thought about Moose is. The bigger guy he was, I always thought he had this big heart, and I really mean that. And he always seemed to show that. I've never heard a bad word ever said about the guy. Now I know nobody obviously would say a bad word to him, but he had a splendid reputation. Certainly a man, as Chief Terpak said, that you'd want on the scene. I always look at the guys. Each company has like what I call a core guy or a rock, and Moose over many years with Ladder 11. When you see him there, no matter what guys he had with him, whether they were transfer guys or new guys, you always had this confidence that the job would be done. And I felt that way. I always had, last couple of years, I've been rough on him and his family. And I know now, with this retirement, he's going to go on to some really good times. He's going to enjoy the check coming in. And I want to wish him the best. Really good guy. Don't forget that besides your family, and I know they love you, you got a great family here. They'll never forget you. Best of luck.